Okay, what is this? This is WJR 760 in Detroit. So that's like 60 miles away. And I can also get I can get my Big 8, old CKLW Big 8 in Windsor. That's coming in okay. I'm getting some Toledo stations okay. Gotta tell you, this was kind of a challenge with the crazy stuff. Let me shut this down. Oh, good volume. Okay. Like I mentioned before, if you go to Shango's website and you look at the videos he did on this, those, and we talked about here. Let me get it out so we know what we're talking about here. Where are some of the breaks? Okay, just one for example. See right there, that break right there? That's where you can test your current. Another one is right there. And there's a couple more. And you know what? I did that. And then I went in and soldered them all together, or I thought I did. And I think it was... I think it was this one. I just lost it because we got weird, because it's that weird paper that acts like a mirror. It was one of these up here that I didn't get. Is it that right there? Come on. Well, there's one right there. And after I tested them all, and then I went back in, because when I'd soldered, it didn't look like a break. So I went around and got all the other ones, and I couldn't get any sound. I went and used, well, I did two things. I used my my other AM radio. I used that as a signal injector. I thought, well, let's try this, and I tried a few there. And then I followed that up by using my my signal generator, and for one reason, there's a built-in capacitor in the line that comes off of there. So I wanted to use that, and I went around and I started testing all the different transistors. And I go through and I get to the one area, and I was getting some sound coming through, and I was using 466, which is that's the IF frequency for this, not the, it's not 455, it's 465. And I finally, when it dawned on me, because I thought, man, do I have a bad transistor in here? I test the bass and the sound would come through, and I test the collector, and so I was going through and trying and running down everything, and I thought, there's got to be a break somewhere. So I went back in, started looking at the board again, looking at everything. And that one right there, I looked, and, because at first it looked like a regular junction. And then I went, no, this is one of those breaks. And I looked back again, and I followed it through with this, and sure enough, it was a break. You really, really have to follow this not just a schematic, but you have to follow this board placement uh, diagram too. And once you start, because at first, because they're all so together, they all they kind of run together. And I was using my loops and my magnifying glass on top of it. But once you look at it for a while and you say, okay, you start recognizing it a little bit easier. And that's what I did. And once I sealed that one up, it came to life. So then I had to go in and, just like Shango said, you really got to line this thing. Excuse me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, because I suppose I could sit here and explain how to do the alignments. He's a champion at it. He's really good. I know how to do it, and I fiddle through it around and kind of get through. And I'm using the signal generator. Plus, I'm using my ears. I'm listening. When you turn one of the IF cans, that sound will come up. It'll get clear, and it'll get to a point, and then it'll drop. And then you have to do the IF cans first. You get those dialed in, and actually the oscillator can was not that far off. It was I was lucky. It was like at 473 was its peak. So I only had to come down a little bit. I know in his video he was up to like almost 500 kilocycles. So what I'm saying is, to get it dialed in, you're going to have to play with the IF cans and do some tuning. If you got advanced equipment to do it, that's great. At first, I was gonna dig out all the I was gonna dig out my other stuff, but I'm just right now, I'm just gonna go by ear and get her dialed in, and then I think later on I might use my I might use the talking house, and I'll see what kind of range I get in the house, and I'll dial in, because that thing is actually pretty accurate. So if I put it on like 1270, I get 1270. So in other words, if I put on 1270 and I put my radio on 1270, and if the dial is not close to 1270, then I know I got a problem, and I might have to do some adjustment. But I think I've got it pretty close. Like I said, I've got it dialed in mostly in the middle. I don't have really. There's only one station, and that's CKWW out of Windsor, for like the oldies. That it's really hard to get in. So most time, if I want to listen to that, they have it online. I can just go on there, play it through my computer, and then if I want to hook my transmitter up to the computer, I can do that and still listen to it through the radio. But anyway, excuse me. So I just wanted to let you know, a little bit of a challenge, but it was fun, and it kept me busy, and I enjoyed it. And I think most of you out there, I think a lot of you have the experience in kits, knowing a little bit about radios. I don't think you'll have a problem. Just remember those jumpers. If you go through and test the current, when you're done, make sure you go through and you join them all together. So I'm going to be playing with the transmitters and stuff a little bit more down the road. But I wanted to bring you the last update on the Little Red Chinese radio. So, okay, everybody, I will talk to you later. Have a great day, and see you soon. Bye now.